Hello and welcome to Aspiring Watch Collector. A quick wrist check. I'm wearing my Aragon uh, Radius Red Date. It's a huge watch, and I recently sized up the bracelet so it's not loose and it's quite fitting. So you can see that this is quite thick and big. So if you guys like big watches, then go for Aragon. Okay, so today's video is not about Aragon, of course, because I've already done a review. And today's video is about fake watches, right? And I'll be mainly talking about this watch. So this here is a fake Tag Carrera. It says Tag Carrera GMT, but it's not a replica because I don't think there is an original Tag that looks exactly like this. So this is a one of, I think you can only buy a fake one out of this. So it's nothing like it's not trying to imitate any watch here, but yeah, this is what it is. It's a fake tagger. Now to uh, you know talk about why I feel that you should not buy a fake. Let me speak from experience. So I bought this watch around 2 or 3 years back, and yeah, it was from Dubai, and I saw this and I found it like, yeah, I was not a big guy into like big into watches that time, and I was just, I liked good looking watches. So I saw this watch, and I was pretty much attracted towards the look of the watch. It had BMW, going on like a subdial that rotates, and yeah, and they showed me that even these chronograph functionality was working, and so I was quite happy, and I went ahead and bought it. I don't think I paid too much, maybe around 50-60 dollars max. I don't remember how much I paid, but I think it's not that much. All right. So again, coming back to the point, uh, what happened was, after using it for I think a few months, I accidentally like broke the glass, watch glass, right? And it was broken, and I had kept this watch away. Even this like it had a different band then, with the the, what should I say? It had this Tiger sort of clasp and everything, and it was a different leather, but it looked somewhat discolored, but it was a different Tiger leather band. Um, well, yeah. So after that, I just left this watch on one corner in my place in India, and I did not take it after that. But once I started, collecting watches, I found this at my home in you know India, and I thought, why not experiment with this watch, and why not try to revive it just for fun, like I'm not in any way endorsing that we should be using this fake watch, but I wanted to use it like an experiment, like on how to study the horology and things like that, to work on a watch. So I bought this new crystal, which is a single dome crystal. So I had seen like these double dome and single dome crystal, and it was said that like in one of the videos I saw that the single dome crystal is like a lens, and the digits appear a bit bigger than it is, and it's interesting. So I found it interesting, and I tried to buy the single dome crystal. You can see that it's a bit domed, right? And yeah, I bought it cheap from China, I think for around 1.5 euros, the dome crystal. And yeah, when I had left this watch, to that time the watch strap was not bad, but I don't know. I left it for like I said, around 2 years, and the original watch strap had like literally and it was not usable. So I again ordered another watch strap from China. I'm surprised that this is pretty good quality because I got it for less than 2 euros, I guess, and it's I'm hats off to Chinese for having cheap stuff which are good looking, and pretty decent. Yeah, I don't think it's of course pure leather, but it's a nice sweet leather band. I'll be using this for my also for my S3 Frontier, that is the smartwatch. So I thought, why not go ahead and buy this? And it was an experiment. And yeah, so I took these things. Uh, like, of course, it's got a quartz movement and it's not an automatic, so it had stopped working. So I took all these things to my watch guy, and yeah, so he fixed the dome first, and then he like it's got so many small screws at the back, so we have to like take out the screws, and it's not a simple screw down or like a pop up sort of back. So he had to remove all the screws, and then we saw the watch movement, right? So he put the battery on and it was working. I mean, it is working right now. If you can see, the small second hand is moving, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's moving really slow. Okay, the small second hand is moving, so it was working, but then he tried to adjust the time. I'll try to show what happened. He tried to adjust the time, and you can see that after this three, it doesn't move. So that's kind of weird. He tried to like do a lot of things. He tried to move the hand up, and but it's not just the problem with the watch hand. It's it's basically something like the watch movement is broken or something. So he did try a lot to fix this, but in fact, it is not fixed, to be frank. And he checked the watch movement, and it was all plastic, guys. The watch movement inside, it says Swiss made since 1860 and all crap here, but the watch movement inside is was just plastic, which cannot be repaired. And he said even he doesn't know what movement it is. It must be some Chinese or Taiwan cheap movement, and it's literally not repairable. So yeah, so I have this watch, the fake watch. It's a total trash. That's the conclusion that I can give you guys. That so I feel that you should not buy fake watches. Okay, so there are some people out there who say, okay, if I pay like 500 or 400 euros, then I can get a fake watch with Swiss movement, or a replica watch with Swiss movement, and they are like top quality and things like that. But just imagine what you can get. What are the other options that are there for 400 to 500 euros? I could, buy like dozens of watches, original Seikos, and like different nice brands, which are all original and genuine pieces with good movements. So why would you go for something that's a replica or a fake? Yeah, this is I learned from my mistake, and I thought I will tell you guys that I would spread this and tell you guys that you should not buy a fake. Well, another aspect. Okay, if I suppose if I'm wearing this watch, right, and if somebody asks me like, oh, Tag Heuer, how much did you get it for? Or Is it an original or is it? So I'll either have to lie to them, or I'll have to like confess that it's a fake. So both these things are quite difficult and not good. It's like either you if you say that like it's a fake, then they'll see you like they look at you like, oh, this guy is buying a fake stuff and everything. Otherwise, if you lie to them, you will feel guilty later on that, okay, I had to lie to these people. And why go for all the trouble and wear an original one? Like, if I'm wearing this Aragon and if somebody asks me, I can tell them, okay, this is an Aragon watch, and it's got a Seiko quartz movement, and it's a micro brand, and I can even tell them details by giving the website and things like that. So that doesn't work out with this. So why bother, and why spend? Like, if you have only 40 to 50 euros to spend, then go buy some Chinese made watches, which are like, at least even homages are fine in my book, because like some brands like AP and Hublot, we cannot, a normal person cannot afford. So if you like the design, then buy a homage. At least that they're open about the brand, and they have like websites and things like that where you can contact them, and any issues with the watch, you can get it cleared and things like that. So that's also fine in my book, but not fake, because this industry has various levels, and you can get cheated, because you're trying to cheat people by buying this watch, so the seller will also try to cheat you, and this can happen, and it's normal. So I would say, do not buy fake, guys. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.